But I guess the most funny thing, not the funny thing, but the most important thing of all, people don't realize that the way we found out about Robert Carr tipped us off about a whole lot of stuff.
Right, right. He was excellent officer. He knew how to talk to people and how to treat people above all. But I think everybody to a person will give him credit for being courteous and respecting their rights and everything. I never heard anything bad said about Deputy Carr.
But
So,
he wouldn't come out and publicly say things because he had to really protect himself. He was
right.
more or less a good inside man, but he would always tip us off with things we need to know.
Yeah, if it was wrong, he would tell us that. So I think that because he was determined to make it in law enforcement in Jefferson County, I think the county's a whole lot better off today. Because of course he had been a policeman, as I understand it, in New York some years ago, and he had that particular training. But I also recall that the Jefferson County Civic League, when it was formed in the mid 50s, went down to city council to try to get him on the force, and they kept on procrastinating, wouldn't put him on the police force, and we kind of insisted. So then they made him a special policeman, I believe, and he was to patrol West Street, which was the black commercial area at that time. He was to go down there and make sure that things didn't get out of hand on weekends. But he insisted that he wanted to be a law enforcement officer, and he became one. He became one of the very, very best in Jefferson County.
I recall how they used to give him the dirty detail, ship him over the mountain where things was bad.
Right,
But it seemed like the people on the mountain like him. He could walk into those
right,
joints over there and take out a person real fast. Nobody would bother him. They really respected him.
right. Now I'd also heard that a state policeman went up there, and I think the uh, he was by himself, and it got a little rough for him up there for the state policeman. So he put a call into Robert Carr. Robert Carr went up there and diffused the whole situation, and could possibly save the
Well,
state policeman, some injury or even worse. So Robert was a real asset to Charlestown Police Force and also to the Sheriff's Department.
do you remember that night when before the election, when I think the mayor for the mayor of Charlestown,
Right.
and you and myself got together and we decided we were going to run somebody against Mayor Masters.
Right.
We
Right.
went around and talked to Robert Carr,
Hmm.
and Robert said, yeah, he would. Well, he was sort of hesitant at first,
Yeah.
and then he more or less agreed that he would go as a write-in.
Right.
And then
Right.
we went around to the whole black neighborhood and asked the people to have a write-in for him.
Right.
And I understand the next morning, election day, all these black folks going down and writing Robert Carr name in.
Yeah.
And then I understand the people at the polls got concerned because all these black folks come down there voting,
Hmm.
which is, in the past, no more than about 10, 15 people vote and to be a mayor and you automatically in. And I understand that the mayor at that time got wind of what was going on.
Yes.
All right.
He got wind, and then he set about going around, encouraging, a lot of the white voters to vote for him.
I heard he had a bullhorn riding up and down Samuel Street and other military streets telling people, do your civic duty, go out
Right.
and vote.
Right.
But if it wasn't for that, I think Robert Carr would have been mayor.
Oh, I'm sure he would, because everybody liked him, and he respected everybody in both communities, black community and the white community, and was very, very influential in that. I heard later on that one of the black law enforcement officers had been uh, identified, I think, as an idol. Robert Carr had led him to get into a police career. So I think that says a whole lot for Robert Carr.